Here with men's basketball coach Jamison Rusthoven. Coach, first off, congratulations on a big win on Saturday, 86-81 overtime win over Crown. Got to feel good to get that first win under your belt.
Yes, it does. Feels great to get the first win. I'm really happy for the guys. We played well, well enough to get the W, achieve some of our goals that we set before the game, and it was even more fun to be able to do it in front of the alumni. We had a fabulous alumni turnout, and great alumni game before. They played hard. I didn't have to get any, I didn't have to call the paramedics or anything like that, which was outstanding. But it was a good day for Cardinal basketball and Cardinal athletics all the way around.
Talk a little bit about some of the objectives that you did have for that game. If you can kind of expand on maybe some of the things you as a coach expected to get out of that game aside from the W.
Before games, we're working on goals. One of the things we're really not focusing on this year is W's. We won't do it much. We set goals before. So for example, a couple of the goals that we've set is to, for example, shoot more free throws than the other team attempts. That was one thing we were able to accomplish. We wanted to rebound our opponents by +5. We were able to accomplish that goal. One of the ones that we didn't was turnovers. That's one we got to continue to work on. We tried to do 15 a game, which is still high, but we're a growing team, so I'm okay with that. We didn't do that. We got 21. So, so today they got some laps in the pool to remind them of valuing possessions. So those are some of the goals that we work on to have something to build towards in each of those games.
It's always nice to have a person to go to, a go-to guy on the court. But really, in Saturday's game, it was a total team effort. You've got 5 guys that scored in double figures. Must be nice as a coach to be able to have that type of spreading the wealth, so to speak, in a game like that.
Yeah, and we've talked about that from the beginning. The biggest adjustment has been for Evan and Will. They're used to playing heavy minutes. That's just how it was done in the past. But I've come in and from get-go we've said we're going to distribute this. We need to. If you look at the teams that are championship caliber teams, those players aren't playing much more than 25, 26 minutes a game, and that's our goal. I was pretty pleased with that on Saturday. I think our biggest number was 37 minutes, and that was including overtime. So we're pretty close to that number. Because that way the guys can play. It's hard to do anything in the game of basketball for more than 4 minutes. If you're going longer than 4 minutes, then you're not going to be at highest level performing as possible. So those are some of the things that we look at, and distributing it equally. That's a big thing. That's really good.
You talked a little bit about Will and Evan, the two returning players that saw a lot of minutes last year. Will had a great game on Saturday with 18 points to lead you guys. Evan dished out 9 assists. Seems to like 9 assists against Crown. Second time in 2 meetings against him, he's dished out 9 assists. But you also, the one that really stuck out to me was Wiley Farron. He has his first collegiate double-double, has proven that he can score and rebound. The younger guys seem to really be kind of adapting to the college game pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're very pleased with that. We've had some guys, as I said from get-go, that are going to be baptized by fire. We don't have a choice to let them grow, so they've kind of had to get after it, and they've done well. Aaron Reportal also handled himself really well that night, and yeah, Wiley had a good game. He played really well, definitely played up to his potential, but the fun part is that there's still room for growth. But he's not going to be able to do that if we didn't have the leadership from our returners. And our returners are in new positions, just trying to figure out what it means to be a returner and to be a leader. And I was really pleased with that. Trent Vicks also played really well. Johnny had some minutes, and Brandon did as well. So if it wasn't for those guys and their leadership, we also wouldn't be able to, really have the freshmen as far along as they've been.
One of the things you talk about as a coach, especially a new coach in a position like yours, is the opportunity to maybe to gel as a team, to build some chemistry. You get that opportunity this week. You head to Tacoma, Washington for a couple of games, so you've got a nice a nice long extended trip with the team. How important is not only the trip but the 2 games against Puget Sound and Pacific Lutheran?
They're very important. Any game's important. We're going to focus each one at a time. I'm trying to set some goals, trying to accomplish those goals. but we play two really strong programs. Pacific Lutheran is very strong traditionally. They've had a great start to the season, and same with Puget Sound. I know Puget Sound's had a couple of tough losses here lately, but you know those are two programs that have been on the national stage throughout their history. So it's going to be, you know, hostile environment on the road, and it's going to be just us. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to do some different things and bond with our guys, but at the same time, you know, have two really high-level competition, high-level opponents to get us ready for conference competition.
For your final two non-conference games before that conference opener are this weekend. You've got Pacific Lutheran on Friday and then Puget Sound on Saturday. And before that, Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, Coach.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, too.